variables called static variables. Static variables. Okay? Let us see what is a static variable. Okay? So how to declare the static variables we will see. Okay. So let me erase this off so that okay. I have the local variable some int, some counter. I have a variable called int counter. Okay. Now, what type of variable is counter? It is a local variable, auto variable. It is a local variable because it is declared inside the function. It is a local variable. And local variables, we said they are auto variables. Okay. So I want to initialize with 0. Okay. So I'll just say counter plus plus, counter plus plus. Okay. Counter plus plus. Now display the counter value. Printf in the fun1 counter equal to, it is an integer, okay, comma counter, okay, return. I just took one local variable counter. I just incremented the counter value by 1, displayed in the function. Okay, so here I'll call the function one time. So first call to function. First call to fun1. Okay. Okay. Now I'll just give /n here. Okay. First call to the function. Let me call the function fun1. Okay. Now I'll call for the second time. Printf second call to the function. Second call to fun1. Okay. Now call for the second time. Fun1. I have called the function 2 times. Okay. What is that you are doing in fun1? I have one local variable int, integer variable counter, initialized to 0. I just incremented the value by 1. Displayed in the function 1. Okay. Let me execute this. First call to fun1. In the fun1, what is the counter value? 1. Second call to the fun1. What is the counter value? 1 only. Because so far we have seen the local variables are auto variables. Every time you enter into the function, memory allocation is done to counter, initialize it to 0. Then increment by 1. Second call to the function, when you call the function second time, again the control will come into the function, initialize, allocate memory to counter, initialize it to 0, counter is incremented by 1. So how many ever times you call, every time the counter value is initialized to 0, it is incremented by 1. That is why you are getting the output as 1. Now, suppose every time you want to call the function, you want the counter to be incremented every time once. That means 2 times I call, counter should be 2. 3 times I call, counter should be 3. Okay, if you want to do that, instead of auto variables, by default local variables are auto variables, but I want to declare this local variable as static. I am declaring the local variable as static. Now see the execution. Okay, when you call for the first time, the counter value was 1. When you call for the second time, the counter value is 2 instead of 1, because you have declared the local variable as static. You have declared the local variable as static. If you don't declare anything, they are auto. We have seen already. Static means, what do you mean by static is, so here for the static variables, you have in the function 1, you have the variable counter, okay, it was initially 0, now you said counter plus plus. So what happens when you say counter plus plus? The counter value will become 1 when you call for the first time. Now you have called the function for the second time. Because counter variable is static, this memory will not be erased. The counter variable will remain even after the function first call is over. The memory will remain, the value will remain. Now when you call the second time, when you call the function second time, already memory is allocated and no more reallocation will be done. Only the statements will be executed. That means counter value will now become, counter plus plus means what will happen? This 1 will become 2. So for the static variables, memory allocation exists until program terminates. Memory allocation exists until program terminates. Okay, hence the value remains, because the memory allocation is there, the value will remain. Okay, is that clear? The difference between auto variables and static variables. So local variables are auto by default. By default they are auto. You want to use them as static. So here if you don't specify static, counter is a local variable. It is by default auto variable. If you want to use it as static, you have to specify as static variable.